Welcome back to Pete's Garage, where today I have a 2012 Cadillac SRX in the shop here. This is actually my mother-in-law's vehicle, and when she took it to the dealership to get her oil changed, because I don't like doing oil changes in my garage because it's a lot of oil to get rid of, but when she took it to the dealership, they told her she needed lower control arm bushings. They really don't look that bad to me, but I'm going to go ahead and replace them anyway, just to make my mother-in-law happy, because as we know that when you have a happy mother-in-law, your life goes a lot better. So I'm going to go ahead and replace them. They're not very expensive, and they're actually pretty easy to do, so follow along. In fact, it's so easy, I'm going to have my son, who's only 8 years old, actually do one of them so you can see how easy it is. So let's get dirty.
My name is Pete, and welcome to my garage.
Okay, our first step that we're going to do is we're going to need to take off the wheel so we can access this stuff. Is it possible to do without taking off the wheel? Yeah, but is it really worth fighting around it? No, because it's easy enough to take a wheel off. Especially if you're doing it on the ground. If you got it on a rack, it's possible, but... All right, as we come in, we can see here's our control arm bushing that they're talking about. Now, whenever there's weight on the vehicle, it's way more exaggerated how bad it actually is, because with not much weight on the vehicle, it doesn't really look that bad. However, there's a little bit of dry cracking going on there, and we'll just go ahead and replace it because, like I said, they're not very expensive. So we have a couple of bolts here. These are 15 millimeters. There's also a bolt here that's a 15 millimeter. A couple of nuts on the top that are 18 millimeters. And then the two 18 millimeter bolts here that hold the forward control arm bushing. You can see another one right there. Take all those out. We can slide the bushing out, slide a new one in. It's pretty easy to do. And the other one. So now our front part of the bushing, or front control arm bushing, is loose. Now we can get back to the back one. Okay, I got to get an 18 millimeter wrench on the nuts on the top. 18 millimeter wrench up here, so I can hold that and keep them from spinning. And then on the bottom side, there's these two 15s. Once you do that, then we can pull this out. Once that's out, we can take off this 15 millimeter bolt right there. And our bushing slides right off the end. Look at that. You can kind of see it's pretty cracked and everything, but man, I wouldn't say it's toast. I've seen a lot worse, that's for sure. All right, these new bushings are part number GM22980140. All right, we got our new one here. And the way it was installed before, the part that sticks out on the bushing goes towards the rear. So you got to pay attention to that before you take it apart. Put it on. I'm going to get the bolts started. Not tight yet though. Just enough to hold it in. All right, get the bushing in there. Let's get my bolts stuck in from the bottom. We get all the bolts and nuts and everything in there loose, and then we'll tighten it all up whenever we're finished. All right, then we got to get our control arm bushing right here up in there. Same thing on this side. All right, now we just need to tighten these bolts up. Going with a wrench. And then tighten up the end bolt over here just to make sure that the bushing stays on. Voila, it's finished. Now, the only reason you might need to get an alignment is maybe that it was aligned at some point without, or with the bushings that were worn. But if it was never aligned with the worn bushings, then your alignment really actually should be okay. But it's always a good idea to get your alignment checked out whenever you're finished. All right, let's throw the wheel back on. And mother-in-law is taken care of. All right, on these wheels on the SRX, if you look on the inside of the wheel cap, it actually gives a little spot right there where it shows the valve stem cap. That side goes towards the valve stem on the tire because the bottom side right there has a little notch that also fits in a certain spot right there. So it lines everything up and makes it easy so you're not guessing as you're trying to put it on. It really is that easy on this job, and just to show you and prove it to you, I'm going to have my 8-year-old son do the other side. So let's cue that. Hold on. All right, let's go, Owen. Owen, show me where the bushing goes. Where do you see that part? You don't see it?
I can't.
All right, there it is. Slide it up in there. That's pretty easy. Put that bolt on the end, Owen. This right here has this little tab right there. There's one of the tab at the bottom too. So if you do that first, there you go. All right. So easy, an 8-year-old can do that one. Not too bad. All right, way to go, bud. I'll go do this. Hey, thanks for watching. And if you want more videos just like this showing you how to work on your vehicle, make sure you subscribe and give me a like. And if you'd like to, comment below. I answer pretty much all the comments. So, thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time.